How to build your first $100,000. What if I told you that your first $100,000 could completely change the way you think about money? Not because $100,000 makes you rich, it doesn't, but because reaching that number can prove that you understand how to earn, save, invest, and grow money. So how do you actually build your first $100,000? Let's break it down. First, understand one important thing. You do not need to become a millionaire overnight. You need a system. A system that allows you to make more money, keep more money, and invest the difference. And the first step is increasing your income. Think about it. If you make $30,000 a year, saving $100,000 is going to take a very long time. But if you can increase your income to $50,000, $75,000, or $100,000 a year, the equation changes. This is why your skills matter. The market pays people who can solve valuable problems. Skills like sales, programming, digital marketing, engineering, design, finance, management, and artificial intelligence can create opportunities for higher income. You don't need to learn everything. Choose one valuable skill. Become extremely good at it. Then find a market that is willing to pay for it. The second step is to stop increasing your lifestyle every time your income increases. This is one of the biggest traps people fall into. Imagine you receive a $10,000 raise. Instead of saving and investing most of it, you buy a more expensive car. You move into a more expensive apartment. You eat at more expensive restaurants. You buy more things. Your income increased, but your wealth didn't. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it can keep you financially stuck for years. The goal is not to live a miserable life. The goal is to create a gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is your wealth-building engine. Let's say you earn $5,000 per month. If you spend $5,000 every month, you are building nothing. But if you earn $5,000 and spend $4,000, you have $1,000 available for your future. If you can increase that gap over time, you can dramatically accelerate your progress. Now comes step 3, build an emergency fund. Before aggressively investing, you need protection from unexpected problems. A medical bill, a job loss, a major repair, an emergency. Without savings, one unexpected event can force you into expensive debt. So build a cash reserve that gives you breathing room. The exact amount depends on your situation, but the principle is simple. Protect yourself before taking unnecessary financial risks. Step 4. Eliminate expensive debt. High-interest debt can destroy your progress. Imagine investing money and earning a reasonable return, while another credit card is charging you a much higher interest rate. You could be moving forward with one hand and moving backward with the other. So understand your interest rates, pay attention to the debt that costs you the most, and create a realistic plan to reduce it. Now let's talk about investing. This is where time becomes extremely powerful. Many people think investing is about finding the next stock that will explode in value. It isn't. For most people, long-term investing is about consistency. You invest regularly. You diversify appropriately. You avoid making emotional decisions, and you give your investments time to grow. Compound growth can become incredibly powerful over long periods. For example, imagine you invest $1,000. Then you continue adding money every month. Your investment can potentially earn returns. Those returns can then generate additional returns. Over many years, this process can become much more powerful. But remember, investing involves risk. Returns are never guaranteed. Markets can fall. Individual investments can lose significant value. So never invest money you cannot afford to lose, and always understand what you are buying. Now here's something extremely important. Your first $100,000 may not come from investing alone. For many people, increasing income is the faster lever. Think about a person who earns $50,000. If they can increase their income to $75,000, they have created $25,000 of additional annual income. That extra income can dramatically increase their ability to save and invest. So don't only ask, how can I reduce my expenses? Also ask, how can I become more valuable? Can you learn a new skill? Can you negotiate a higher salary? Can you change companies? Can you start freelancing? Can you build a small online business? Can you create a product? Can you use artificial intelligence to become more productive? There are more ways to create income today than ever before. But there is another important principle. Don't depend on only one source of income forever. Your job can be your first engine. But over time, you can build additional engines. Investments, a business, freelancing, digital products, intellectual property, or other legitimate sources of income. The goal is not to create 20 complicated income streams. The goal is to gradually reduce your dependence on a single paycheck. Now let's talk about something that most people underestimate: time. Your first $100,000 may feel extremely difficult. The first $10,000 can feel slow. The first $20,000 can feel slow. But once you have money invested and your income increases, progress can accelerate. This is why you should focus on the process instead of constantly checking the final number. Don't obsess over 100,000. Focus on the next 1,000, then the next 5,000, then 10,000, then 25,000. Small wins create momentum, and momentum changes behavior. Let's create a simple example. Imagine you start with zero. You build an emergency fund. You eliminate expensive debt. You increase your income. You save a percentage of every paycheck. Then you invest consistently for years. At the same time, you continue improving your skills. Your income grows, your savings grow, your investments grow. And eventually, you reach a point where your money begins working alongside you. That is the real goal. Not simply having $100,000 sitting in a bank account, but having a financial system that can continue growing. So what should you do today? First, calculate your current net worth. How much do you own? How much do you owe? Second, calculate your monthly income. Third, calculate exactly where your money is going. Fourth, find one way to increase your income. Fifth, create an automatic savings and investing system that fits your financial situation. And sixth, repeat the process, month after month, year after year. Don't compare your progress to someone who started 10 years before you. Don't compare yourself to people on social media. And don't believe anyone who promises you guaranteed wealth. Building wealth is usually boring. It is consistency, it is discipline, it is learning, it is patience. And sometimes, it is saying no to things you want today because you want something bigger tomorrow. Your first $100,000 is not just a number. It is evidence. Evidence that you can control your spending. Evidence that you can increase your income. Evidence that you can delay gratification. And evidence that you can make your money work toward your future. So start where you are. You don't need $100,000 to begin. You only need your first dollar. Then your first 100, then your first 1,000, and eventually, your first 100,000. The journey starts with one decision. To stop simply earning money, and start building wealth. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, subscribe for more videos about money, investing, business, and building financial freedom.